Listen to me carefully, brothers and sisters. Right now, as you're hearing my voice, the calendar has turned. It's no longer last year. That weak, excuse-filled chapter is dead and buried. This is Ya You Are Dominate, not hope, not wish, not maybe, dominate. I'm talking about waking up every single day knowing that the world is going to bend to your will because you've decided it will. Most people are asleep right now, scrolling, complaining, waiting for permission. But you're different. You're here listening to this because deep down you know you were built for more. That fire in your chest. That's not heartburn, that's destiny calling. Answer it. Let me paint the picture of what domination actually looks like. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not waiting for the perfect moment. Domination is you dragging your tired body out of bed at 4:57 a.m. when the alarm hits, no snooze, no negotiation. It's you hitting the gym when everyone else is making excuses about the weather. It's you studying, grinding, building your empire while the losers are binge, watching shows about people who are richer than them. Domination is saying no to the easy path every single time the weak voice in your head whispers, just this once. You stack those no's like bricks until you've built a fortress nobody can touch. Here's the hook that separates the men from the boys, the queens from the slaves. Most people plan to dominate next year, next month, when they have more money, when life calms down. But champions, we dominate till die. Right now, this very second, you think I became top G by waiting for motivation to strike. No, I manufactured it. I forced it. I decided that depression, laziness, and fear were luxuries I could no longer afford. And neither can you. The Matrix wants you soft, broke, and distracted. I'm here to remind you that you are the predator, not the prey. Imagine December 31st of this year. You're looking back. Your bank account is heavier. Your body is stronger. Your mind is sharper. People who doubted you are now asking how you did it. Opportunities that used to ignore you are now chasing you. That version of you is real, but only if you commit right now. No half measures. No plan B. Plan B is for people who've already accepted defeat. You burn the boats, you go all in. You dominate in the gym, dominate in business, dominate in your relationships, dominate in your mindset. Listen very carefully, because what I'm about to say could be the difference between you living the rest of your life as another forgotten nobody or becoming the absolute apex predator you were born to be. The calendar has flipped. It's no longer that pathetic, excuse-ridden year where you told yourself next time. That version of you, he's dead, buried, gone forever. Right now, in this exact moment, you stand at the gateway to 2026, and this is your year to dominate. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when the stars align or life gets easier. Right now, domination isn't something that happens to you. It's a brutal, unbreakable decision you make with every fiber of your being. Most people out there are still asleep mentally and physically. They're carrying the baggage of last year's failures like it's a badge of honor. I tried. They whine. Life got in the way. I'll start Monday. Weak, pathetic, slave mindset. But you're different. You're here absorbing these words because deep down, there's a fire raging inside you that refuses to accept mediocrity. That restlessness at night, that quiet rage when you see others succeeding while you're stuck. That's not a curse, brother. That's your signal. That's the universe screaming at you to wake up and claim what's rightfully yours. Here's the first brutal hook that separates the elite from the masses. Excuses are the currency of losers. Every time you make one, you're voluntarily handing over your power to circumstance, to emotions, to other people. You think the Matrix cares about your sad story. It doesn't. It wants you complacent, distracted, and broke. But domination starts with a single non-negotiable truth: no more excuses. None. Zero. You don't get to blame the economy, your upbringing, your ex, your boss, the weather, or how tired you feel. Those are luxuries for the weak. Champions manufacture their reality. They decide that failure from the past is fuel, not chains. Think about it. How many times have you watched January turn into December without anything changing? You set goals. You felt motivated for a week, then life happened, and you slid right back into comfort. That cycle ends today. This year is different because you are different. You've drawn the line in the sand. You've declared war on your former self, the lazy one, the procrastinator, the one who negotiated with weakness. From this second forward, every obstacle becomes proof of your strength when you crush it. Every setback becomes a setup for your greatest comeback. Domination isn't about feeling invincible every day. It's about acting invincible even when you feel broken. It's showing up when you don't want to. It's grinding when motivation is nowhere to be found. Because real power isn't in the highs, it's in the consistency through the lows. And consistency starts with killing excuses at the root. When that voice whispers, just skip today, you crush it. When doubt creeps in saying, you're not ready, you laugh and move anyway. This is how empires are built. Not in grand moments, but in the thousands of tiny decisions where you choose dominance over comfort. Imagine the alternative: another year slips by and you're exactly where you are now, or worse. Regret is the most expensive emotion on earth, and it's paid in lost time you can never get back. But you're not going to pay that price, not this year. This is the year you look back on and say, that's when I became unstoppable. That's when I stopped negotiating with weakness and started enforcing my will on the world. So lock in right now. Feel that shift inside you. This isn't motivation, this is activation. You're not hoping for a better year. You're demanding it. You're seizing it. 2026 bows to no one except those bold enough to take it by force. And that person is you. No more waiting. No more excuses. Just pure, relentless domination starting this very instant. The world isn't ready for what's coming, but you are. Now go prove it. Listen up, because this is where the real separation happens. The chasm between those who talk about success and those who live it. Top Gs don't roll out of bed when they feel like it. We don't wait for the perfect mood, the ideal weather, or that magical burst of motivation that never comes for most people. We attack the day before the day has a chance to attack us. We wake up early, brutally early, and we move with purpose. 5 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever it takes to get ahead, while the rest of the world is still lost in dreams of what they wish they could become. That's not punishment, brother. That's power. That's freedom. Picture this: the alarm destroys the silence. Your body screams for more sleep. Your mind floods with 1,000 reasons to stay down. The covers feel like chains holding you back. But in that exact moment, you have a choice. The weak negotiate. They hit snooze and surrender the most valuable hours of the day to laziness. But you rise. You swing your legs out, plant your feet on the cold floor, and declare war on comfort. No debate. No hesitation. You win that first battle before most people even open their eyes. And that single victory, it sets the tone for everything that follows. Here's the hook that will change your life if you let it sink in. The morning is the only time of day that truly belongs to you. After the sun comes up, the world starts pulling at you messages, demands, distractions, emergencies. But those first hours, they're yours alone. Guard them like gold. Use them to build your body, sharpen your mind, stack your money. Hit the gym hard, sweat like a beast, push until your muscles burn and your lungs beg for mercy. Then sit down and work on your empire. Study, create, network, hustle while the competition is still rubbing sleep from their eyes and scrolling nonsense. Most people treat waking up early like it's torture. They romanticize sleeping in as self-care. That's slave talk. Real self-care is forging yourself into someone unbreakable. It's turning your body into a weapon, your mind into a fortress. When you attack the day first, you carry that energy everywhere. People feel it. Opportunities notice it. Your confidence explodes because you've already proven to yourself that you do what others won't. Discipline isn't something you have, it's something you do, one rep, one page, one cold email at a time. And don't fool yourself thinking motivation will carry you. Motivation is weak. It fades, it lies. Top Gs manufacture discipline instead. We build systems that force us forward even on the darkest days. Phone across the room. Workout clothes laid out the night before. No phone until the work is done. We remove the decision from the equation because we know the flesh is weak. But the committed mind is ruthless. You don't need to feel like it, you need to do it anyway. That's how legends are made. The second hook is even sharper. Every morning you win against laziness, you deposit unbreakable confidence into your account. Skip one day and doubt creeps in. Skip two and you're sliding back into mediocrity. But string together weeks, months of relentless mornings, and you become a different creature entirely. Stronger, calmer, hungrier. People will ask what changed. They'll think it's luck or genetics or some secret hack. You'll know the truth. It was those quiet, brutal mornings when no one was watching, when you chose dominance over comfort. So tomorrow, when that alarm hits, remember this: The version of you that the world fears, the one with the physique, the wealth, the unbreakable mindset. He's waiting on the other side of that decision. Rise, attack, build. No mercy for weakness. The day doesn't stand a chance against you. Now go make it obey. Listen closely, because this is the razor sharp edge that cuts through all the noise and decides whether you rise to the top or sink into the crowd of average forever. The weak voice inside your head, that sneaky, comforting liar, will show up every single day without fail. It whispers things like, just this once, you deserve a break, own day off, won't hurt, start fresh tomorrow. It sounds reasonable, it feels kind, but make no mistake, that voice is your greatest enemy. It's the guardian of mediocrity, the jailer of your potential. And the moment you negotiate with it, you lose. Every single time. Top Gs don't debate weakness. We don't reason with it. We don't give it a seat at the table. We crush it instantly, ruthlessly, without mercy. Because here's the first brutal hook that will set you free if you embrace it every yes. To weakness is a no to your future self. Every time you hit snooze, scroll instead of work, grab junk food instead of fuel, skip the gym because you're tired. You're not just wasting a moment, you're stealing from the man or woman you claim you want to become. You're robbing your future empire, your dream physique, your unbreakable mindset. And the interest on that theft is brutal. It compounds into regret, shame, and a life you'll hate looking back on. Discipline isn't about massive heroic acts. It's about winning the thousands of tiny battles nobody sees. It's saying no when your body begs for comfort. It's closing the laptop on distractions and opening the books that scare you. It's choosing the cold shower, the heavy weights, the difficult conversation, the extra hour of focused work when everything inside screams for ease. Each hard no is a brick. Stack enough of them, and you build an unbreakable fortress around your goals. Let even one slip through, and cracks appear fast. Weakness is patient. It only needs one small opening to flood back in and destroy everything you've built. Here's the second hook that most people never grasp. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret is permanent. Think about that. Right now, saying no to that late night binge, no to mindless entertainment, no to procrastination, it stings a little. It requires effort. But that discomfort fades quickly. What doesn't fade is the slow, corrosive agony of looking in the mirror a year from now and realizing you're still the same person because you kept saying yes to weakness. You kept negotiating. You kept believing the lie that just this once wouldn't matter. It always matters. Every single time. Real power comes from making the hard choice automatic. From training yourself to reject weakness before it even finishes speaking. You see the temptation, you feel the pull, and you shut it down immediately. No internal debate, no justification, just no. Full stop. That speed of decision is what separates the elite from the enslaved. The Matrix floods you with easy options, endless entertainment, cheap dopamine, instant gratification, all designed to keep you soft and controllable. But you're not here to be controlled. You're here to dominate. And domination demands constant vigilance against the enemy within. Start stacking those nos today. Say no to the extra drink, no to the gossip, no to the victim mindset, no to blaming others for your position. Every refusal strengthens you. Every refusal sharpens your edge. Over time, that voice gets quieter. It learns that negotiating with you is pointless because you've become a fortress of discipline. You've turned yourself into someone who does what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. That's true freedom. Not the fake freedom of doing whatever feels good in the moment, but the real freedom of knowing you control your actions, your results, your destiny. Weakness will test you daily. It never quits, but neither will you, not anymore. From this point forward, every temptation is an opportunity to prove who you really are. Crush it. Stack the nose higher. Build that fortress taller. The world belongs to those who refuse to negotiate with their lower selves. And that's exactly who you're becoming: relentless, unyielding, dominant. Now go enforce it. Listen very carefully, because this is the unforgiving truth that destroys more dreams than failure ever could. Most people out there, the ones you see talking big but living small, they all have a plan B, a safety net, a soft landing, an escape hatch they keep polished and ready for the moment things get hard. They call it being realistic, smart, balanced. But I'm here to tell you the brutal reality: plan B is poison. It's the silent assassin of greatness. The second you allow a backup plan into your mind, you've already surrendered. You've already decided deep down that your main goal might not be worth the full price. And the universe smells that weakness from miles away. It denies you victory because you've secretly prepared for defeat. Top Gs don't have safety nets. We burn the boats. We cut off every retreat. We go all in, no hesitation, no parachute, because that's the only way to force yourself to become the person capable of winning at the highest level. When there's no way out, your mind unlocks levels of focus, creativity, and raw power you never knew existed. You stop wasting energy on, what if it doesn't work, and channel every ounce of it into, how do I make this work no matter what? That's where legends are forged, not in comfort, not in balance. In the fire of absolute commitment, here's the first hook that will hit you like a freight train. Half measures get half results always. You can't dominate the gym while keeping the door open to skipping sessions. You can't build an empire while mentally rehearsing how you'll explain failure to your friends. You can't command respect in relationships while allowing yourself the option of walking away at the first sign of resistance. Divided commitment creates divided outcomes. The world rewards those who bet everything on themselves. It ignores those who hedge. If you're only 80% in, you'll get 20% of the rewards if you're lucky. But when you're 100% locked in, doors you didn't even know existed start flying open. Opportunities chase you. Your confidence becomes magnetic. Results compound faster than you can track. The second hook is even more ruthless. Plan B isn't protection. It's procrastination in disguise. It lets you feel busy while staying safe. It lets you talk about your dreams while quietly sabotaging them. Every time you think, I'll give this my all, but if it fails, I can always go back to, you've already lost. Your subconscious hears that and relaxes. The urgency disappears, the hunger dulls. And before you know it, you're living the very fallback you swore was temporary. I've seen it 1,000 times. Men with massive potential who kept one foot in the old life, just in case. Years later, they're still there, wondering why nothing changed. Meanwhile, the ones who torched every bridge behind them, they're driving Bugattis, building legacies, living lives others can't even imagine. Going all in isn't reckless. It's calculated dominance. It's understanding that the greatest risk isn't failure, it's the regret of never truly trying. It's knowing that even if you fall short, the version of you that emerges from total commitment will be infinitely stronger, wiser, and more dangerous than the one who played it safe. You become unbreakable because you've already faced the worst case scenario in your mind and chosen to charge forward anyway. So right now, in this moment, make the decision that changes everything. Burn Plan B, delete the excuses. Cut the ties to the old version of you. Commit fully to dominating your body, your business, your mindset, your relationships. No half speed, no days off from the mission, no mental reservations. When temptation whispers, take it easy, you double down. When doubt creeps in, you attack harder. When the world throws obstacles, you use them as fuel. This is how empires are built. This is how you become the kind of person who doesn't just survive 2026, you own it. You dictate it. You make it legendary through sheer, unrelenting force of will. The path of total commitment is narrow, steep, and unforgiving. But at the top, that's where the air is clean, the view is infinite, and the rewards are beyond measure. Most won't take it. They'll stay comfortable with their safety nets. But you're different. You're ready to burn everything behind you and charge forward into the life you were meant to live. Now lock in. Commit like your legacy depends on it, because it does. The world is waiting for your dominance. Go deliver it. Listen intently, because what I'm about to reveal is the hidden war being waged against you every single day. A war most people never even notice until it's too late and they're already defeated. The matrix, that invisible system of control, doesn't want you powerful. It doesn't want you wealthy, sharp, dangerous, or free. It wants you soft, broke, distracted, and dependent. It feeds you endless entertainment, cheap dopamine hits, processed poison disguised as food, and a constant stream of fear and division to keep your mind weak and occupied. The goal is simple: neutralize you. Turn the lion into a house cat that begs for scraps and fears its own shadow. But you're waking up to the game now, and once you see it, you can never unsee it. Here's the first devastating hook that will ignite pure rage inside you. If you let it, they profit from your weakness. Every hour you spend scrolling, every dollar you waste on garbage, every night you drown sorrow in vice someone, somewhere, is getting richer and more powerful because you stayed small. The algorithms are engineered to hook you. The news is designed to outrage and paralyze you. The economy is structured to keep you chasing debt and security instead of building real wealth. They don't want predators roaming free. They want obedient consumers who complain but never rebel, who dream but never execute. Your depression, your anxiety, your lack of drive, it's not just bad luck. It's the desired outcome of a system that fears what you could become if you ever broke free. You were born to hunt, to conquer, to dominate. Deep in your blood is the DNA of warriors, builders, kings, and queens who took what they wanted and shaped the world. But the Matrix spends billions to bury that fire under layers of comfort and distraction. It tells you to be kind while it robs you blind. It tells you to relax while your potential rots. It tells you to accept yourself while you grow weaker every day. And most people obey. They stay soft. They stay broke. They stay enslaved, but not you. Not anymore. You're done being prey. Here's the second hook that flips the script and turns you into the predator you were meant to be. The harder you grind, the more you prove them wrong. Every rep in the gym that sculpts your body into a weapon is an act of defiance. Every dollar you stack instead of spend is a direct attack on their control. Every hour you spend sharpening your mind with knowledge they don't want you to have is a declaration of war. When you escape the trap, when you build real wealth, real strength, real independence, you don't just win for yourself. You become living proof that their system can be beaten. You inspire others to break free too, and that terrifies them more than anything. They'll call you arrogant, toxic, obsessed. Let them. Those are the words of slaves trying to pull an escaping prisoner back into the cell. Your enemies aren't just competitors. They're the voices telling you to slow down, to take it easy, to wait for permission. Crush those voices. Outwork everyone. Outlearn everyone. Build your body so strong that weakness fears you. Build your bank account so heavy that poverty can't touch you. Build your mind so sharp that manipulation bounces off harmlessly. This is rebellion at its purest. Every disciplined morning, every focused hour, every hard choice is you spitting in the face of the system that tried to bury you. You refuse to be distracted. You refuse to be depressed. You refuse to be dependent. You become the danger they hoped you'd never be, a free, powerful, unrelenting force that takes what's yours and protects what you've built. The Matrix can control the masses, but it can't control the man or woman who sees the game and chooses to play harder than everyone else. So rise up, grind with fury. Make your money move, your body unbreakable, your mind untouchable. Live in a way that screams defiance to anyone watching. Let them hate. Let them fear. Let them wonder how you escaped while they stayed chained. You're not just building a better life, you're waging war on weakness itself. And you're winning. Every single day you choose dominance over surrender. You strike a blow they feel across the entire system. Now go harder than yesterday. Go harder than they ever expected. Become undeniable. Become unstoppable. The predator awakens. Listen sharply, because this is the moment that turns motivation into prophecy, the vision that pulls you through the darkest days and makes every sacrifice worth it. Close your eyes for a second and fast forward. It's December 31, 2026. The year is closing out, and you're standing there looking back at the 12 months that just passed. But this time, it's different. This time, you're not scrolling through regrets or making the same empty promises for next year. This time, you're looking at a transformed life, a life you forced into existence through relentless dominance. And the feeling, it's not just satisfaction, it's triumph. Pure, electric, unbreakable triumph. Picture it vividly. Your bank account isn't just bigger, it's heavy. Multiple streams of income flowing in because you built businesses, made investments, negotiated deals like a shark while others were still hoping for a raise. Money works for you now, not the other way around. You walk into rooms and people sense the wealth before you even speak. Your physique, carved, strong, commanding, months of early mornings, heavy iron, clean fuel, it all compounded into a body that turns heads and demands respect. You move with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they can handle anything physical thrown at them. No more hiding under loose shirts. No more excuses about being big-boned. You became the weapon. Here's the first hook that will burn itself into your mind. The version of you standing there on December 31 isn't lucky. He didn't hope his way to the top. He earned it through thousands of decisions nobody saw at the workouts when he felt broken, the late nights studying while friends partied, the risks he took when fear screamed to play safe. Every time he chose dominance over comfort, he moved closer to this moment. And now he's here, reaping the compound interest of discipline. People who doubted you, who laughed, who said you were obsessed, they're silent now. Or worse, they're messaging you, asking, how did you do it? Begging for the blueprint you paid for in blood and sweat. Your mind, razor sharp, books of art, skills mastered, networks built. You see through manipulation, spot opportunities others miss, stay calm when chaos hits because you've trained yourself to thrive under pressure. Relationships, stronger. You command respect because you became someone worth respecting. No more tolerating disrespect. No more chasing validation. You lead. You lead. You protect. You provide. The world bends toward you now because you bent it through consistent, ruthless action. Here's the second hook that separates dreamers from doers. That future isn't guaranteed. It's conditional. It only exists if you dominate every single day starting right now. 1 year from today, you'll either be living this vision or you'll be exactly where you are, making new excuses. Time doesn't care about your intentions. It only rewards execution. The man celebrating on December 31 isn't the one who felt motivated sometimes. He's the one who acted when he didn't feel like it, who said no to weakness daily, who burned Plan B and attacked the matrix head on. He turned potential into proof. Feel that pull. That future version of you isn't judging you, he's waiting for you. Every rep you skip, every hour you waste, every time you negotiate with laziness, you push him further away. But every time you choose the hard path, you pull him closer, you make him real. And when you finally step into his shoes on that last day of 2026, the pride will hit harder than anything you've ever felt. Not because it was easy, because it wasn't. Because you fought for it when no one believed, when results were slow, when quitting would have been understandable. People will call it overnight success. You'll know the truth. It was 12 months of daily war against your lower self. 12 months of stacking wins so small most wouldn't notice until they compounded into a life most can't touch. Friends become followers. Daughters become students. You become the example, the legend in your circle, the one they talk about when you leave the room. That future is yours to claim, not to wish for, to seize, to dominate into existence. The clock is running. 2026 is almost over in this vision, but right now it's just beginning in reality. Every action you take today is a vote for which version of December you experience. Vote wisely. Vote relentlessly. The legend is waiting. Go build him. So here's my final command to you. Stand up right now. Wherever you are, stand up, clench your fists, look in the mirror and say it out loud. This is my year to dominate. Say it like you mean it. Say it until your voice shakes the room. Because from this moment forward, every action you take is either moving you toward domination or surrendering to mediocrity. There is no middle ground. 2026 is waiting. The world is waiting. Your enemies are hoping you stay weak. Prove them wrong. Go out there and dominate like your life depends on it, because it does. This is your year. Make it legendary. Top G out.